What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Russell and I have a PvZ for you today. It is between the Red Protoss, Steven, aka myself, playing on my brother's account, and the Blue Zerg Grav. As in gravity, I'm assuming, but we're just gonna go with Grav. Just like that, Grav. Just like that. Anyways, Protoss versus Zerg, and we have myself over here in the top right corner of Zelnaga Caverns, and Grav in the bottom left. And if you do not know this map very well, it leads into a natural, which actually, if you look at this is like a smiley face. You have the eyes here, and you have the minerals here, so in all, it looks a little bit like a smiley face. Just now noticed that. Alright, anyways, I'm throwing down my pylon a little at about the 9 mark, kind of missed that a little bit, and I didn't really do that at the correct time because I did get a little block there on my probe, but I am chrono boosting him out, and we do see Grav going out, sending a drone out to scout, even though it is cross position, so the rush distance is a little bit longer than what most players would enjoy, but it is a little bit smaller map also. And Grav just scouting to see exactly what I'm doing, throwing down that gateway at the standard 13 supply mark. And this was on the patch before the 4-gate nerf and the geyser, the assimilator going down at the 14 also. And we do see Grav taking his extractor down at about the 13 mark, and he does not have a hatchery, so it looks like he will be getting his spawning pool here shortly. This is a little bit late for the spawning pool, so, and he is not putting anything on this extractor either, so I'm not sure as to why he built that, unless if he has some gas-intensive things planned, but he does not because he has more than enough minerals. He has more than enough to go build a hatchery, actually. So he might actually go for an expansion here with this drone. So we will see if that drone does throw down the expansion. I am throwing down the cybernetics core at the 17 mark, and this pylon is just about to finish. And there it goes. And very customary 18 mark for the Zealot. The only reason I'm chrono boosting this out is because it is a Zerg player, and I have not scouted him yet, which is not what you want to be doing as a player in a high silver, low gold, because that is exactly what my brother's account was high silver, low gold. And the only reason I'm playing on it is because he actually doesn't really play anymore, and I was like, I'll see how well I do in high silver, low gold. And I believe before this game I was 10 wins in a row. Yeah, so I'm not going to give the exactly what happens. And we do see the Evo chamber going down for Grav, so maybe we will see some quick upgrades. And we see 6 Zerglings on the way, and Zergling speed is on the way also. And I am researching that warp gate tech, and my soccer is getting out. And so will we see me throwing down the 3 gateways, because I do go for a 4K, and there are the 3 gateways, and this is looking as to be finishing it will be a little late, but for the gold and silver league, this is actually like perfect timing for the 4-gate. I believe it's going to finish about I'm going to say, I think it finishes at like the 5:35 mark, and I am setting this probe down here to place a pylon down. Does it already have it queued up? No, it does not have it queued up, but we do have Grav having this hatchery. What he needs to be doing is transferring some drones over here instead of building more Zerglings, but he is building 3 drones, and will he be transferring some of them down here? He does need to be building a queen down here, and he is building a queen to get that inject larva, and he does have a probe here, I'm sorry, a drone, and I do place this pylon here. And I'm not sure if I see the Overlord. No, I do not see the Overlord, and the Overlord does not see me, so a little bit like the Overlord's kind of like, oh, I don't see what's going on. And because I do have this pylon down here, and I do have these 2 guys right here, and I believe, yep, I will run straight into these Zerglings. These Zerglings go right by me, and I believe I just pretty much ignore them. I don't even think I see them. And now, yep, Grav does know, okay, Grav does know, oh shit, the 4-gate is there, and I do have this, but he decides to back up and not even go for my base, because if he would have actually gone in here, I would have been screwed, because I had nothing there in my base, and my cooldown was up. And because I did see those, I'm warping in 2 Stalkers, 2 Zealots. The Zealots basically to soak up and do massive amounts of damage to those Zerglings, because Zealots do so much damage against Zerglings as long as they don't get surrounded, and the Stalkers get the Stalkers just basically get murked by Zerglings. Excuse me, and I will be taking down this hatchery. Grav not really having anything in his main base, but he is throwing down 2 spine crawlers to deal with exactly what I have. The spine crawler placement is a little bit off. He needs to put one like maybe right here so that they get exactly up the ramp, but they are not going to finish in time. And I do take down those broodlings, didn't really need to, and these Zerglings are not getting the choke point. They are in the choke point, so they're just going down, and he does have these spine crawlers exactly on me, but I will be taking it down every single Zergling, and I lose 1 Stalker, and he has more Zerglings on the way, but I also believe I have another pylon on the way also, and I will be warping in more Zealots, which is the direct counter to Zerglings, as long as they aren't able to get this round, because these Zerglings are still going after these Zealots, and that Zealot goes down, but I have 4 more on the way, and I believe I will be pushing here shortly to take out these spine crawlers, because these spine crawlers are almost done, and attack a move on all of my units so that they do try, and the Zerglings try to get this round on these Stalkers, and not even taking 1 Stalker down, and focusing down this spine crawler, pulling the Queen off, using the Zerglings, and throwing down the GG. So basically this game was just to show how effective the 4-gate was, and to be honest with you, I played a game earlier today, and I tried the 4-gate, and I actually, if you change your build order just a little bit, like, because the normal 4-gate order was Pylon at 9, Gateway at 13, Assimilator at 14, and then Pylon at 16. Then once you have, and then 17 you get your Cybernetics Core, 18 you throw a Zealot down, because to basically block off this ramp just in case you're going to get Zerg, and then at 20 you want to throw down your Stalker, because at that point, no, 22 you want to throw down your Stalker, and then 26 you want to throw down your 3 gateways, because at the 26 mark you will have more than enough minerals to basically throw down the 3 gateways, and each time you're able to, you want to be chrono boosting your Cybernetics Core, and usually you're able to finish it at about the 535, 540 mark if you do it correctly in that way. But from what I've seen is, if you with the new patch, if you actually throw down your pylon at 9, throw down your gateway at 10 or 11, whichever time you have 150 minerals sooner, throw the gateway down, and then the Cybernetics Core down at like 14, 15, you're still able to get that 4-gate push at about the 540 mark. So the 4-gate is still a strong utility to use if you want to go for a quick game. But right now, in all honesty, I believe the 4-gate is going to be more of a defensive strategy to use, so you can expand a little bit quicker, and so you can macro up against your opponent. But anyways, a little bit about what I did wrong. A, didn't get the second gas. B, while I was pushing out, I didn't get my second expansion, because if you are going to be going for a 4-gate push, even right now with the new patch, even though it did nerf it, 4-gate is still a viable strategy to use. When you do go for that push, like that timing push, to basically do a little harass and everything like that, you want to get your expansion up and running. So that's another thing I didn't do. As you can tell, I have 1,300 minerals. And for the Zerg player, he did not get his spawning pool down quick enough, and when he did have this gas up, he didn't actually have any units on there for, I believe, at least a minute. So the Zerg player could have put more units on that, gone for a Roach Warren instead of the Evo Chamber really quick, but with the Evo Chamber he might have been going for a quick Hydra, so that's always a possibility for him to be going for. Or quick Mutas, I believe. But I believe it's just quick Hydras is what he was going to be going for. Excuse me. And if we go to this, we had the, and it's not right there, it's right here, the Hydralisk Den. Yep, he might have actually been going for quick Hydras or quick Mutas, so one of the two. Anyways, a good timed push for the 4-gate. It was a little bit late. It was about the 6 mark, like at 6 minutes and 5 seconds, which is actually, in silver and gold, that's about average. But for the higher leagues, at the 4-gate push was at like the 5:20 mark. So yeah, just don't forget to comment, rate, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the flip side.